Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician, and today we're going to be going into the 3rd gen Camaro. And I just recently posted a video going over everything that I've done, changed, updated, or upgraded on the exterior of the car as far as the body and things like that. Now we're going to go into the interior, everything. I basically ripped out all of the interior when I was redoing this and started from scratch. I replaced a lot of panels, the carpet. I mean, there's a lot, so I may miss something. If you guys see something and I don't mention it, please feel free to drop a comment down below. Ask me any questions you want. I'll do my best to answer them. Some of the products that I've used may no longer exist. I mean, some of them were bought years ago, and some of these products aren't, 3rd gen Camaro specific. A lot of this stuff is custom, so we're going to go over as much of it as possible. Hopefully I don't forget anything. If I do, once again, go ahead, ask a question down below. I'll try and have some of these products linked down in the description as well. And stay tuned for future videos. We've done the exterior, the interior. Next we'll be doing the engine bay, as well as all of the underbody and suspension as well. So a couple more videos to come going over everything that I've done to my 3rd gen Camaro. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure to smash that thumbs up. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into this. So here's my 3rd gen Camaro. It's an 85 Sport Coupe. If you guys haven't checked out the previous video where we went over everything that I changed, upgraded, or modified for the exterior, go ahead and check out that video. I also have a video of the car being wrapped, as well as many other things. This has been a project for almost 10 years. And so today we're going to be looking at the interior and everything that I've changed or upgraded with it. So lighting's not great, so let's go ahead and get some extra lighting on. Starting off, this is where my charger is located, so I'm just gonna go ahead and unhook that so I don't shut it in the door. But if I have some pictures on my computer, I will post up some pictures of what the interior looked like before. It had red carpet, gloss black panels that were scratched, and the panels were out of multiple different cars. There were gray panels, red panels, brown panels or tan panels, and some black panels. I wet sanded and repainted all of the panels that were in good shape and bought new panels for the ones that weren't in great shape. But I ended up ripping the entire interior out of this except for the dash, and once everything was out, I lined everything with sound deadening mat from the trunk, and then I also did NASA insulation like underneath the seats and on top of the fuel tank back here, so it's, I wouldn't say quiet on the inside. The exhaust's right here, it dumps to the ground right underneath the passenger seat, so it's not quiet, but it works pretty well. So getting in, the kick panel, or these door panels, are new. These panels are new, but a lot of them, I'm going to open the back so you guys can see maybe a little bit better. So these all, it's dusty, but don't mind that. All of these were gloss black. It looked pretty bad, so hopefully I've posted up some pictures so you guys can see what it looked like before. But replaced all of the carpeting and did the sound deadening and NASA insulation. The headliner is also rewrapped in black fabric. It turned out pretty nice. I do have LED lighting in here. It's from Last Fit, except for the lights that are in the dash. Those are some just Chinese LED bulbs I bought a long time ago. I do have a dash cap on here, and I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, unless you know 3rd gens really well, the average person isn't going to know that this is a dash cap, and it's been working really well. The car stays inside, 9 months out of the year. I get to drive it for a few months every year, and I really like it. It's held up well. Now, would I prefer, a pristine new dash? Yeah, absolutely, but they're not easy to find, and some of them are expensive when you do find them, and then some of them have fitment issues. So I'll just run this as long as I can because it's doing well. Moving into the center over here, I did do a HVAC delete because I don't have heat or AC or windshield wipers, so I mounted a carbon fiber plate back there and then installed this 12-volt source, so it's got that outlet, as well as the one on the left right there is actually a voltmeter, and then it has a USB port on it if you flip it up. I have a Kenwood head unit. That's just my little draggy right there. The gauges are auto meter. I bought these when I was on the race team, got a good deal at the racetrack. So I got my tach, shift light, as well as oil pressure, water temp, and oil temp. And then they have warning lights as well that will go off if the oil pressure drops too low or the temperature gets too hot. So it's nice, and I just have that mounted up there. I used to have little gauge pods in here that looked really nice, but I had cheap gauges in them, and when I got a deal on this, these gauges are a little bit larger and don't fit the pods that I had, so I just switched to this plate. Over here, I actually did a carbon fiber cover, so I removed the factory gauge cover, and I cut out a carbon fiber sheet, left the fuel gauge open, covered everything else up, drilled out where the blinkers are, and I mounted a Garmin GPS, which is my speedometer, and then I have my Phytech monitor here, so it shows me all the information that I need. It's kind of redundant. I have mechanical gauges as well as digital gauges, so I can compare them, because the Phytech temp was different than this temp, even though they were located in the same spot on the engine, just opposite sides. Put a new temp sensor in, now they read the same, so it's kind of nice having that redundancy, knowing what sensors may be bad. As far as the steering column, I have the little billet hazard knob. I also have the billet rod for the tilt. I switched out the blinker for the basic one because it used to have cruise control, and I don't have cruise control, I don't have windshield wipers, so if I can get a billet one of these, that would be really cool. Did the NRG quick release. I have the Cletus and McFarland steering wheel. Oh, I have 3 steering wheels. I have 2 of the American flag ones and another one, and they all have the quick release on there, so I can just swap out to whatever I want. So that is my dash. I did do new door panels. They used to be wrapped just like the headliner, just a fabric, and I got kind of tired of those. Wanted to go something that would kind of match my interior a little bit more. So I bought these, cut them out, and then I went with a billet window crank handle. So I went with a billet window crank handle. I really like those. They have a few different designs. These are not the cheap ones. There are cheap ones out there, but they tend to strip out and not work great. These work really, really well. And I like the look of them. It just kind of gives the door a little bit different look to it. I also did new, when I replaced the door panels, I did all new clips, the window, basically everything on here is new, as well as the door handles. The seats are the Corbeau, I think they're the RRX, I believe they're called. And these are just ones that I've wanted for, I used to have eBay ones, and the durability of them it was not great. They started to kind of wear out and take damage over me getting in and out of the car maybe 20 times. So these Corbeau seats are made much, much better than the previous seats I had. I love the design and the color that I went with. I also have the kind of 3-point harnesses. So it's a 4-point, 2 over the shoulder and across your lap, but it comes to a single mounting point here, and it is retractable. So if you're in an accident, it does lock, or you just slam on the brakes, it does lock. So you can still tighten these up and get them nice and firm, but you can still allow yourself to lean forward or move around if need be. So I really like those. As far as the center console, moving down, I have the B&M Pro Ratchet Shifter. This used to be a 5-speed V6. Then I have my gauges. This is just for starting the car, or turning the power to the starter. And then this is for the electronics, so it'll turn on my dash and my gauges up here. This is the radiator fans and the transcooler fan mounted in the rear of the car. I did replace the e-brake handle with a new one because the previous owner had it painted bright red. So I replaced that, and that's basically it as far as the front portion of the car and everything going on. But I did do a rear seat delete a long time ago, and then I decided I wanted to do new speakers, put the 6.5s in, and then I had these 888s mounted in a box. But then when I got my harness bar, realized that the box couldn't sit there anymore, so I integrated the subwoofers into the rear seat delete, and I think it turned out really nicely. So up front here is the 500 watt Scar Audio amp, and this is for the 6.5s as well as the 6x9s in the sail panels, as well as the 4x6s in the dash. It's all new speakers, all ran off the amplifier there. And then the 888s, these are 8-inch subwoofers, ran off this 1200 watt Scar Audio amplifier, and I think it turned out really nice. And then I got my fire extinguisher mounted over there. This is the Hawks harness bar. I used to have the single back seat instead of the split back seat, so it only had one locking portion over here. So I had Hawks send me the bracket out of another car with the split back seat, so I had the bar welded in behind that trim piece over there, so then the harness bar could be mounted to it, so it's in nice and secure. But I'm really happy with how the rear of the car came out, and then I just kind of have the wiring tucked and hidden for the Optima charger here, just to keep my battery topped off since I don't drive it all the time. Then moving into the rear there, you can get kind of a better look at it. I'm really happy with how it turned out. The box is completely custom. I built it many years ago. I have a video on it as well. And then there's a look at the Hawks harness bar. It mounts through the floor here and then into the factory seat latch locations. And then back here, this is the only panel that I haven't replaced, and I painted, and it is taking, or it used to take damage from the latch. Now I've got it actually mounted where it should be. It doesn't really affect it too much anymore. This is a brand new seal, but I ride around with my windows down all the time, and my exhaust blows dust everywhere, so it still comes through my windows and just gets everywhere. But I do have the Optima battery back here, and it is mounted with a billet tray that locks it down to the floor. And then I just have my power and ground. I have the Optima just permanently attached here, so it just runs through the panel and up front, so I don't have to constantly open my hatch to charge the battery. I just plug it in through the passenger door. And behind this panel are just relays for like the trans cooler and things like that are mounted in the rear. The power cables from the amplifier. I have a ground cable that goes out through the rear and grounds to the bottom of the car in the rear, and then there's another one that goes up to the front, so that works really well. And I'm really happy with it. It turned out really nice. I'm happy with it, especially compared to what it used to be. Let me know your guys' thoughts. If there's something that I forgot to mention, please just let me know down in the comments. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have about any of the interior stuff that I've done to the car. But that's it as far as the interior. So we've done the exterior and interior. Next we will go over everything on the engine base side of things, and then we'll be doing a underbody and suspension video as well, so stay tuned for those. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to smash that thumbs up, and if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.